Hi guys, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is going to be all about what makes you so attractive. So we're going to be finding out why people are drawn to you. Is it something about your personality? Is it something about your physical appearance? What is it that makes people be attracted to you? You might even have a particular person on your mind and you want to know why this person is attracted to you. What parts of your physical appearance or of your personality most catches this person's attention? We are going to find out in today's pick a card. So I have 3 readings for you to choose from. Reading number 1, we have this labradorite heart. For reading number 2, we have this white howlite heart. And finally, for reading number 3, we have this angel aura quartz heart. So take as much time as you need to pick your reading. I'm going to drop your timestamps down below in the description box, and I will hop in with reading number 1, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, number 1, if you were drawn to this labradorite heart, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out what makes you so attractive. So let's jump in and flip your cards over and see what we are working with here. So we have the Mystic. Ooh, this is really intriguing energy already. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the Panther. Wow. Okay. I'm immediately getting like fire sign energy off of this reading. Also some earth energy coming through. You might be a combination of fire and earth, which is actually really beautiful because it's like there's kind of something wild, something spontaneous, something passionate about your personality, and there's also a stable groundedness. So you might be a fire sign or an earth sign, maybe an earth moon and a fire sun sign, something like that. If not, then this is really just like an indication that this is something that people find attractive about you. There is kind of like a groundedness to you, probably a down to earth kind of feeling that people get from you. But there's also this feeling of like there's something really special. There's something really special about you. I think that people are really drawn to your success. Or your potential success. So I feel like for a lot of you, you might not realize how successful you are in the eyes of others. But people really pick up on this. They pick up on the fact that you have really big dreams, that you're really going somewhere. Maybe even they're picking up on some of your like more hidden talents, your more hidden giftings. If you are someone who might feel like you have some sort of psychic gifting or you have some spiritual gifts, this is something that really draws people in and attracts them. And I feel like even people who don't know you very well or who haven't known you for a long time, they can kind of pick up on this energy that there's something special about you. And also, like, I'm getting this feeling that there's like an energy of you're going places in this world. Like you are you're destined for big things, like you have gigantic dreams, like you're going to accomplish all of your goals, and people are really drawn to this energy because I think that not only do you inspire them to do the same, but it's just fun and uplifting energy to be around. So this is definitely something that makes you attractive to other people. I feel like you're someone who is very creative in every sense of the word. So not just an artistic talent, that could certainly be it, but I think it goes beyond that for you. It feels like you're really gifted in creating in general, like in drawing abundance into your life. Yeah, I'm really picking up on a lot of psychic giftings for you, number 1. So, I'm wondering if this is something that you know about yourself, maybe something you've had just a slight idea about. I think that you are, at the very least, very empathic. and you can really pick up on the energy of other people. You can really feel what's going on in the room when you walk in. I think that you have a way of like connecting with people at the heart. This Mystic card is really calling to me right now. So it's like you really connect with people at the heart. And I feel like you're able to do this with people that you don't even know that well. So what's really coming through and what's interesting to me is I think that you have actually a lot of admirers that might not know you that well. Those that know you are very drawn to you, very attracted to you, but they know the particular reasons why, because they're more familiar with you. Like they know you're a beautiful person, you're a very kind and caring person, you are incredibly talented and really good at everything that you do. They know this about you, but I feel like even people who don't have all of these little details about your personality are really drawn to you because they can feel that heart-to-heart connection. They can feel the compassion kind of radiating out from you. So I am picking up on the fact that for you, pile one, people are really drawn to you everywhere you go. And I feel like sometimes you notice people staring at you. This is so funny because I feel awkward right now. I feel this awkward energy. Like, I feel like sometimes you go into a public place and somebody's staring at you and you're like, why are they looking at me? Do I have something on my face? Like, is my hair standing straight up? Like, I don't know. Like, are my clothes inside out? Like, I feel like sometimes you find yourself like wondering like, what's going on? Why are people looking at me? Well, let me tell you, people are looking at you because not only are you physically attractive, but there's this energetic pull. There's kind of like this this magnetizing energy, and there's this comforting energy that you are radiating. So whether people realize it or not, I feel like maybe sometimes people don't even notice that they're staring. They are automatically pulled towards your energy. And I feel like this is particularly noticeable around people that you don't know very well, because they will look at you rather than move into your like into your aura, into your energy sphere. I feel like people who know you better will move closer to you because they feel comfortable doing that. And your energy is really the kind that people want to soak up. People who don't know you, if you're in a public setting, they will be drawn to you more visually. Like they will turn their attention towards you because of the energy they're feeling off of you. So that was just kind of a funny thing to come through. And yeah, I got that awkward feeling like, why is everyone staring at me? You guys, when that's happening, try not to be too self-conscious, because it's really a positive thing. It might not always feel like it, but it is a positive thing. People are drawn to your energy. I really do pick up on the fact that you guys are super psychic. So it was kind of coming through lightly at first. I'm like, oh, maybe some of you have realized that you have these abilities, but you're very, very psychic, very intuitive, and the way that you're able to connect with people, intuitively know kind of like what's going through their mind, intuitively be able to pick up on the energy that they are radiating. You have a real gift in this area. It might not be something that you have developed. It might not be something that some of you are even familiar with, but you're definitely gifted in this area. I think to some people you seem like a mind reader sometimes, because you're able to tap into the energy of others. So if someone comes around you and like something's bothering them, something's worrying them, their energy's a little bit down, I'll tell you for sure, you are able to pick up on that without them detailing exactly what's going on with them. You're able to, I feel like you're the type of person that asks, like, is everything okay? Are you feeling all right? Is everything fine? And maybe sometimes you keep that to yourself, because it would depend on how close you are with whoever's around. Like if you feel comfortable kind of poking and prying into what might be going on for them personally, but you can definitely feel it. Yeah, I feel like you do have to you have to be mindful about your energy. Kind of a side note, but I just feel like saying that you do have to be mindful about your energy, because you can kind of like soak up the energy of those around you. And if it's not that great, then sometimes you can walk away from the interaction feeling not so great, which you don't want. But I feel like also here's a major reason that people are very attracted to you. And we'll get into like the physical more, but a lot of messages are coming through about your personality and about your gifting. So I definitely want to focus on that for a minute, because I think another thing that goes on when you're around even strangers, people who come around you leave in a better mood. So even when you're picking up on the fact that something might be bothering someone, something might be on their mind, they might be worried, you might question them, but what you do the most effortlessly, the most seamlessly, and so beautifully is make people feel comfortable, and you kind of have a way of balancing out their energy again. So when people walk away from an interaction with you, they feel uplifted. They feel like a lot of times they might be laughing, they might be smiling, they feel more joyful for having been around you. And that is something very beautiful about your personality. And I think that that really taps into some of your psychic abilities, because you're able to pick up on what energy they're giving off. You're also able to affect that energy. So it's not just a sensing thing. You're actually doing something there. And people are drawn to that because when they walk away from an interaction with you, they think, now I feel so good. And they kind of associate that feeling of just being happy and being more uplifted and being more at ease. They associate that feeling with you, with being around you, which is really, really beautiful. This energy of the mystic is someone who's very tapped in. I feel like you're also a very generous person. You're very giving of your time. You're very giving of whatever resources you have. So this might not be monetary giving, although it absolutely could be. I just feel like you're very giving of yourself. Maybe you'll take that extra minute to talk to somebody, to make them feel better, to give them a little bit of encouragement. And this is something that people notice in you and they really appreciate about you. It's mainly your giving heart, I think, is what's coming through. It's mainly your heart that people are able to, like, kind of able to notice. I feel like you really lead with your heart. In this image with this, what is this, like a moth? It feels like this moth, or I suppose it could be a butterfly, but I think this is a moth. It feels like this moth is really being drawn by, almost pulled by, this bright spot right at the center. So it's I'm just kind of picking up on the fact that you're led by your heart. You're led by what your heart tells you, what your heart knows to be true, and that's a very connected way for you to move through the world, and people pick up on it. I'm also feeling like, I feel like there's something about your skin or your complexion. I'm seeing someone that's very glowy, like your skin is very glowy. You might even, you might know this about yourself. You might even do things to accentuate that glow. Sometimes you might be somebody who like prefers to be a little bit glowier. But I'm feeling like that glowing that I'm picking up on, where it's like your skin glows. I feel like that's actually that light that's radiating from your heart center. So if you are someone who's really glowy, that might be an actual physical feature that people are drawn to, but this could be more of an energetic thing. Like you actually appear to be glowing a lot of times, and people, even those who aren't sensitive to subtle energies or who don't know that they definitely are aware of this. Now, what's super funny when I'm saying that is, it must be some of your guides, like they're coming through and they're talking about oily skin. Okay, I feel like when I said that you were really glowy, I heard somebody be like, I'm just oily. I'm just greasy. Which is hilarious. No, your guides are telling me no, that's not what it is. It's not that you just have oily skin. So whoever was having that doubt, thanks for throwing me off, and and no, I object to that. That is not the glow I'm talking about. And if you do have really oily skin, that's actually a good thing. It keeps your skin looking moist and hydrated as you age. So that's beautiful and wonderful. And yes, moving on. Yeah, there's definitely something radiant about you though. For some of you, I'm seeing that like You like to dress in darker colors. I feel like this is a message that's sort of connected to that same thing I was picking up on about your skin or about your complexion. So I'm seeing that you might like to dress in darker colors, or you look really nice in dark colors. It might be something that catches people's attention, like you have a very unique style, or you have a very distinct style. And I feel like whatever it is, it's like your skin tone pops really nicely up against these darker colors that you wear. And for some of you, it might not be that it is darker colors, but there's like a particular color that you feel powerful in, or that you tend to gravitate toward. And I feel like this is a reason that people notice you and are attracted to you. I can't really put my finger on exactly what this is, so it's probably the collective energy I can't really sort through, but it's like you might like to dress like in a monochromatic way, like you wear all black or all white, or all, like all one color. For some of you, that's what it is. For others, it really is that there's something that you wear a dark color and your skin tone and your complexion really pops up against this dark color, or it's like a particular color that you wear that you look really nice in. So this is coming through as something that like people are drawn to you a lot more when you're like wearing this color, or they're drawn to the way that you dress and the way you present yourself. Yeah. Yeah, there's something about you kind of popping against a dark backdrop. So take that as it resonates. I'm not totally sure what that is, if that's your clothing, or if that's like a setting that you're typically in. I'm not even sure that it's physical for some of you, or it might be a combination. I'm kind of seeing this as like your ability to shine. So it might be just shown to me very physically, and it doesn't have anything to do with like a physical backdrop that you're popping against, but it might be like your ability to kind of shine and be that beacon of hope in darker situations. So that might resonate for some of you. You might be kind of that shining light even in darker, more depressing situations, or situations where people are in a lot of despair. It's like you're in, oh, okay, I see. I think for some of you, it's that same energy. It was just shown to me as like an actual picture. For some of you, it might be that same energy where I was saying people walk away from interacting with you feeling much happier and much more uplifted. So that might be what it is. Like they can come in with all of this dark energy. They might be the dark backdrop. Like those around you might be the dark backdrop. You're that light. A lot of you are, I feel like you're probably a light worker. You're that light. Like you just kind of move through the world as that light shining. Yeah. I think the purity of your energy just sort of serves as some sort of light in dark places. It's almost like you lead the path. I'm seeing the image of the hermit in the tarot. So it's like that lamp that the hermit is holding is lighting up just the immediate area around him and kind of lighting the way forward. So I feel like that's a role that you play in people's lives, and it really makes you stand out and be really attractive to those around you. It's like it's repeated imagery, because in both of these cards I see that there's a glowingness, like there's a light spot in these cards that kind of glows and stands out. In this Panther card, the eyes, and in the Mystic card, right in the center here, right at the heart center, is just glowing. I think that a lot of people are drawn to you because of your physical appearance, and they're also drawn to you because of something about you energetically. I'm also picking up on people are drawn to your sense of responsibility and your values and your integrity. So a lot of you, like, you might be really good with money. Yeah, this is interesting. You might be really good with money. You might even be like in finance or some sort of financial advisor. Now, I realize that's not going to resonate for everyone, because I think some of you might feel like, oh, I'm absolutely not good at money and I can't add, like 2 plus 2. So that's not me. But there's something, you don't really have to be great at managing money, like necessarily. That could be true for some of you. But the energy that I'm picking up on is like, it's a stable energy and it's a responsible energy. So there's something that people feel that they can trust about you. People will even put you in charge of matters that they care a lot about. So you might be someone who's in charge of getting really important things done at work. You might be the person that your family members and your friends call for help or to remind them of things, because you have that kind of stable energy. I also think that this is kind of that energy of like, people can tell that you are going places. So it's almost like they can sense that you're on the path to becoming very wealthy or to becoming very successful. And it's attractive. It's attractive energy. Now, I think where that's coming from is like, you're a person who never trades your values for success or for clout. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting, is like, people know what they are going to get from you. They know that they can depend on you. They know that, like, the offer of success or fame or wealth isn't going to sway you from what you really value and what you hold dear. So I feel like you're very dependable in that way, and I feel like people can trust you, and that's what makes them open up. That's what makes them share things with you. That's what draws them towards you, because they know that you're someone that they can trust. You're very peaceful and stable and a very grounded person. And I feel like you're someone who's very easy to get along with too. Like, you have an easygoing nature about you. You have a really caring energy that you're always willing to put the needs of others before you. So it's really easy to get along, because you're kind of like, you're interested in making those around you feel heard, feel comfortable, and making them happy is kind of how it's coming through. And I feel like people just know that you have their back. Now, the funny thing about this is, I do feel like you have this easygoing nature about you, but I also have this like, I have this feeling that's like don't cross you at the same time. Like, you're very easygoing, you're very kind, and people love being around that energy. But I feel like when it comes to people that you feel protective over, or your loved ones, those people know that you have their back. And there's also kind of like maybe a bit of like a ferocious side to you, like this panther energy. There's a little bit of protective energy from you as well. I feel like that feisty side of your personality is something that has actually caught the attention of an admirer or two, like on more than one occasion. I feel like when you feel passionately about something or someone, it's like there's a fire lit somewhere really deep in you, and it shines out. So that's kind of that, like, that glowing energy again. Like, I do think you've caught somebody's eye more than once for that little feistiness, that little bit of attitude. It almost comes as an unexpected surprise, because I do think that, like, generally, it's not like you go through the world like ready to attack, but when someone sees that feisty side of you come out, I feel like they're like, ooh, like, I kind of like that. That's that fire energy I was picking up on. So yeah, that's highly attractive. And there might be someone in particular that has really, like, almost done a double take and really decided, like, I like this person a lot, because I didn't know that they had that little spice to their personality. One thing I'll tell you about yourself is you're the most attractive when you're talking about something that you love, or when you're doing something that you love, or when you're talking about the people that you care most about. You are the most attractive at that time. It's almost like you glow. It's like you radiate love. People are also really, really attracted to your eyes, I'm getting. I'm picking up on that for some of you have really vibrant eyes, or like a very striking eye color, maybe something, your eyes almost seem bright. So that could be because of your eye color. It could also be because of the whites of your eyes. I'm kind of seeing is like, there's something bright about your eyes. Yeah, I'm getting green eyes or really striking blue eyes. I'm also seeing that for some of you, this is dark eyes that are very intense. So it's not that it's a bright, vibrant color of eyes, but it's like an intensity to your eyes, something very deep that really pulls people in. Interesting. I feel like I lost my train. There was something else about your eyes that came through. I'm not sure what that was. But I'm kind of feeling this out, because what I feel like goes on with your eyes are a huge point of attraction. That's what I'm picking up on, and I'm almost back in that sort of awkward energy. So I feel like it's something you know about yourself, whether you are consciously aware of it all the time or not. You know that you can really pull someone in with just a look alone. It feels like you can level somebody with a look. You can love somebody with a look. You can connect with somebody just from a look alone. There's a certain intensity from your stare, and it really attracts people. The funny part is, I feel like at different times, or maybe for different people, you might tend to use this to your advantage sometimes, because you kind of know, like, if I look at this person like this, I've got them. Like I have them wrapped around my little finger. I feel like some of you may be in that energy where you kind of know, like, I can communicate a lot just through a look. And then I also feel like maybe sometimes you feel like you want to avoid eye contact for the same exact reason. Especially eye contact with somebody that you really like, maybe someone you have a crush on or something like that. It's like you feel a little bit more shy. And I think that's because somewhere deep down, you know that your eyes are extremely captivating and that you can communicate a lot through one look. So it's almost like sometimes you find yourself in this place of like, let me avoid looking, because I'm gonna say so much without meaning to, without trying to say anything. I'm going to say so much. So let's look at the tarot and see what else we can get. I'm using this Muse deck because I think it's going to help us pick up on some more of the physical features that might attract people to you. So let's see what we can pick up on. What makes number one so stinking attractive? What makes number one so attractive? Okay, first card coming out is the Emperor. Who wouldn't be attracted to the Emperor? That's kind of the only thing that comes to mind when I see that card. It's like, that's the energy that I was picking up on. People know you're going places in this world. People know there's something about you that's like very captivating, very intense. I feel like you can be extremely intense without being loud, without being pushy, without asking for attention. You can be extremely captivating and almost like you're just a born leader. We have the Eight of Emotions, or the Eight of Cups come out. I feel like you're definitely going places in this world, and people know that, and that's kind of a reiteration of that energy. I'm going to pull a couple more cards, and then we're just going to look at this. Like, let's just take a deep look. Oh, we have the Muse of Materials coming out. So this is the King of Pentacles energy. Wow. Let's pull one more. I feel like a lot of you, like in your place of employment at work or at school, you have a lot of admirers, or you have, oh my goodness, as I'm saying that, the the Queen of Inspiration, the Queen of Wands, coming out. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. So yeah, there's something a little bit mysterious about you. There's something very captivating about you. Again, I'm getting that energy of like darkness, you popping against darkness, you shining where there is no light, you being the light. And that's something that's extremely attractive about you. I was saying something. There's a lot of powerful energy here. Let me say that. With this King of Pentacles energy, the Emperor and the Queen of Wands, and again, there's that Earth and Fire energy again. The King and the Queen. So this really, for some of you, might be significant. You might be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, or you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have those placements really strong in your chart, because I feel like there's something very grounded, very dependable, very successful about you, a real strong sense of manifestation energy. And there's also something so dynamic about your personality that really, really draws people in. Your assertiveness can be extremely attractive. And I feel like you're the type of person that knows when to be assertive and when to not be assertive. Like, when do you need to kind of balance out that energy? Because, you know, sometimes when people are overly assertive, they come off as aggressive, and I feel like it never reads like that on you. It reads more as like you're feisty. A lot of people really see you as someone who's absolutely fearless, because you don't let the unknown hold you back or stop you from chasing your dreams. You don't let the darkness hold you back. You don't let the, I feel like this is really coming off of this bottom of the deck Moon energy here. Yeah. I'm just so curious now. And the Queen of Materials. Yeah, I feel like nothing sways you. Like, nothing is going to sway you. Nothing's going to deter you. And that is for so many reasons. Like, you're not interested in things that don't align with your values. And you're also not interested in shying away from things that would scare a lot of people. I feel like describing your energy almost like a life jacket, because it feels like when you're put into a sink or swim type of scenario, you're always going to come out on top. You will always swim. You're a survivor. You're always going to survive. And this is like, people are really attracted to that, because even if they don't know your story, it's your energy. Like, they can tell, they can pick up on it from your energy alone. You find a way to survive, but not just that. Like, you find a way to thrive in the most unlikely of circumstances. People are drawn to you and they want to follow your lead because they feel like you have something figured out. They feel like you kind of know where you're going, and you really hold on to your own power. I feel like for a lot of you, you have either already completely moved away from, or you are in the process of learning to move away from the energy of ever chasing after love. Like, this is something that makes you highly attractive. So just kind of go with me on this. I feel like you are someone who doesn't chase people. Like, that might even at sometimes feel like it's to your detriment. Like, if you really like someone, you might not speak up about it. But there's this energy of like, people chase you. People want to chase you. And you're like stepping into this really powerful energy. You see how this Emperor, this explains it. You see how she's standing there, and the way her arms are positioned, it's like everything, it's like she's drawing everything toward her. So she's right at the center, and everything out here is just being pulled in toward her. That's your energy. Your energy is the energy that attracts. So obviously that's a huge part of this, because you attract people, you just draw them in. So your energy itself just attracts, but you're also stepping into this place where it's like, when it comes to relationships, love and relationships, it's like love comes to me. Abundance comes to me. So there's just this feeling of like, I don't chase after these things. I draw them in. Very, very powerful energy. And I'm telling you, whether people know they're picking up on that or not, they're drawn to that energy. You're the type of person that people chase, and that confidence makes you even more attractive. I'm definitely getting CEO vibes from this pile. You have the ability to be in that leadership role in your own life, especially because you just give off such a strong energy that people are pulled in. So yeah, I feel like at the very least you're the CEO of your own life, even if you don't feel like you're in a leadership position like at work. It's like you're calling the shots. You're in the position to call the shots, and this makes you even more desirable stepping into that confidence. I feel like for a lot of you, it's really obvious that you put a lot of time and effort into your appearance, and that makes you highly attractive. So it's not that you are vain in any way, or that you like even have to try hard, but I just feel like you have a certain way of putting yourself together, and like you kind of step into that confidence from the way that you present yourself to the world. I'm noticing a lot of hands in this. So the hands and all of these images are really jumping out at me. So I think that like you might have very nice hands or very beautiful hands. There might be a particular way that you move your hands when you talk that really attracts people. It might be like kind of a little bit of a quirky thing about you, like you're always talking with your hands, or you have a very elegant way of moving your hands, or your hands are just attractive in some way. We were talking about you really taking the time to look after your appearance. So maybe you're a person who really enjoys a good manicure or something like that. But I do feel like people notice your hands a lot. Something about your hands, maybe your nails. I'm also getting a strong message about your touch being something that people find attractive about you, which is maybe a little bit odd depending on who these people are, but this might have something to do with one person in particular. I'm hearing that even if it's just like a casual touch, that you spark a lot of attraction. Wow, that almost feels like a hint to me. That feels like that might be something you want to use to your advantage. Like we were talking about the eye contact with you, and like that's something that's highly attractive. So if there was somebody that you wanted to like draw in, eye contact and a little bit of physical touch, I think really gets people's attention. I think it's something to do with an energy exchange, and because your energy is so strong and so powerful, I feel like even if you just casually brush up against someone or just lightly touch them on the arm, this is something that really conveys a lot, and something that will really draw people in and attract them to you. Also, I mean, I guess if you're not trying to attract someone, these would be things to avoid. I feel like you might already know that. Yeah, I'm hearing that you convey a lot through your touch, and it's something that people find very, very alluring about you. So, wow, there's a lot here. I think I'm going to leave your reading there. The funny part let me say two more things, because for those of you who might like to, something with flowers, I feel like is important to mention here. You might have like an interest around gardening, or you might like to wear floral prints or something like that, but it's like, this is something that makes you very attractive. And also I am seeing things about curly hair or very vibrantly colored hair. So this might be something that attracts people to you. But yeah, I feel like lately the readings have been really like, there's a lot of messages, and I'll look at the time and be like, holy smokes, I gotta go, you know? So yeah, sorry that got a little bit long. I might have to consider doing extendeds or something like that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave your reading there. Number one, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. There's so much here. So people are attracted to you for a variety of reasons, and it's not just physical, although there's definitely some physical features about you that really draw people in. So if you like this video, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I'll see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number two. If you were drawn to this white howlite heart, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out what makes you so attractive. So let's flip over your cards and see what we have. We are starting with the Storm. Ooh, really intense energy right off the bat. We also have the Chariot. So doesn't surprise me that you have a major arcana here with this intense storm energy. Yeah, and we have, oh my goodness, we have the cosmic egg. So in this spirit animal deck, the cosmic egg is one of the spirit elements. So it's one of the more rare cards in the deck. So right off the bat, I'm feeling like there's something very unique about you. Your uniqueness and maybe your intensity is something that really attracts people. I feel like you might be somebody who's really deep, somebody who can hold an intellectual conversation. You interest people. You interest people with your story, with maybe the things that you find interesting, that you're passionate about, sharing them with other people. And I do feel like there's just kind of an intensity about you, like whatever that means. Maybe we will get more clues about that, but there's something intense about you. That could be your physical appearance is quite striking and intense. It could be your personality is very intense. The conversations that you have are very intense. It could be something like that. But you're coming through as a person who is extremely determined. I feel like you're a person that will not accept no as an answer. So you definitely don't back down easily. It's like you're not somebody that just sits down, just sits back and takes whatever is handed to you. You're the type of person that really tries to create your own destiny. You're someone who's constantly growing and evolving. I do kind of feel like for you, number two, that this might be kind of a situation where you've experienced some form of setbacks in life. It's being highlighted for me as like health struggles or some kind of like financial instability. Those are things that are coming to mind. It really can be any struggle, but I feel like this could have something to do with your background. Like this could be maybe you don't come from a lot of money, or you don't come from like the best circumstances. Like you have a little bit of an interesting story to tell. Almost like you've fought for this. Yeah, I think this is the best way to say it, to kind of like capture this energy. It feels like you have fought for and earned everything that you have and everything that you've accomplished. And that might be contributing to that intense energy that I'm picking up on, because there's something so determined, it's so crazy when this happens. It's like the only word I can think of is intense. And maybe that's just the right word. I don't know. But yeah, there's an intensity. There's something about you that people admire. I feel like the more they get to know you, the more they admire it. But almost like this determined nature of yours, and the way that you are very dead set on like achieving what you want. I wish I had better words right now. It feels like I don't have the right words, but what I'm trying to say is that people are able to pick up on the fact that you're not a weak person. They're able to pick up on the fact that that you will find a way. And so I think maybe the reason this is coming through like in this convoluted fashion is because this might be the difference between somebody who really knows you and knows your struggles and somebody who doesn't know you and know like your backstory and what has happened. So those of you that, or for those people in your life that know what you've been through, they admire you. They see your strength as like strength and courage that they couldn't possibly possess. And I feel like you might even be downplaying some of this. Like you might not have come from the worst situation in the world, but it's like, I feel like you haven't always felt like everything was lined up perfectly for you is what I want to say. Like nothing was handed to you on a silver platter. And there's just a certain strength that you've developed and people are drawn to it. People can pick up on it. And I will tell you this too, people kind of know not to mess with you. They know that you're gonna find a way. like even if they try to get in your way to stop you from accomplishing something that you want or having something that you want, they know they're not gonna stop you. Yeah. I feel like any kind of like physical or mental hurdle that you've dealt with consistently and had to overcome, it's just made you stronger, and it's like it's made you more admirable. Yeah, things haven't been easy. Like I get that energy for a variety of reasons, but I just feel like things haven't been easy, and like there's a certain strength and intensity that you present just the second someone meets you. Your beauty really shines through all of these struggles. Gosh, what is this energy? I feel like this is the energy of someone who reinvents themselves, someone who always had so much potential. Like I'm seeing this with this cosmic egg, someone who always had so much potential, who always had so much drive, who was determined and who still is. Like you might still be in the process of this, but it's like you're determined to become who it is that you were intended to be, despite whatever situations try to get in your way. And for whatever reason or however this manifests, it's something that people find extremely attractive about you. And I am picking up on that for some of you. There's actually physical evidence of this. And that might be why people are immediately drawn to this. It might be like, how do I want to say? I feel it's coming through as visible scars. There might be visible scars. Take that as it resonates. Like it could be an actual scar on your body somewhere or something like that. But it's like you have a story to tell, and it's just so apparent. See, I don't even want to go here, but I feel like I have to say this. I have to be honest about some of this energy that I'm like sifting through right now. A lot of people are envious of you. And I feel like that's part of like where I'm trying to like, because I'm picking up on why people are attracted to you. So I've got all this like lovey energy, you know, like I'm seeing why you light them up, like why they're so drawn to you. At the same time, there's this other little drop in the pond of love that is like not going to taint the entire pond, because that's not even your energy. Like that's kind of what's coming through. It's like no matter what someone tries to do, you are going to have like what you set out to have. You're determined to have it. But I do feel like people are envious of you. This might be one particular person in your life. Wow, I wonder, they're not anyone to worry about. What I'm seeing here is that you might not be aware that people are jealous of you, and you could be very aware of it if there's a particular person in your life that has shown you time and time again that they're a little bit envious and almost like they don't really want the best for you because they're so jealous of what that might mean. But what I'm telling you is even if this is someone who seems to have way more advantages than you, or at least an equal number of advantages, they still find a way to be really jealous of what you have or your ability to progress in life. So, it's sort of off topic, but I just feel like you possess this momentum that some people don't feel that they have. Um, so it's like no matter what advantage they have, they kind of view you as a dark horse. Like you're that dark horse that's going to come out of nowhere and create massive, massive success against all odds. And this is the very same thing that most people are just purely attracted to you because of. But some of you have experienced people in your life that are jealous because of this. So it's actually the same thing is what I feel called to let you know in case this is something that bothers you. This might be somebody that bothers you or someone you have to work with, or it might even be a family member. It's like, if this bothers you, just know this is actually them admiring you. They just have a little bit of a different way of doing it. So this is, they're actually attracted to you the same way that other people are. They're drawn to you the same way. They notice the same things about you that other people notice, but they can't help but feel a little bit envious at how you are able to leap over the obstacles that life throws at you. That is a very interesting message that I didn't expect. I feel like it's important though, for some of you. Let's see. I feel like you're very secure in yourself. This is another thing that's very attractive about you. You have such a strong sense of who you are and what you're capable of doing, and people admire this. Your energy is a bit of a wild card. You're viewed as someone who is very intriguing because you can be a little bit unpredictable, like this storm card. Like you never really know what you're gonna get. You never know. Like yeah, you're a little bit of a wild card. I kind of want to like hold back a bit, see what comes through in the tarot, and see like if I can pin that energy down. But yeah, I feel like you shake things up, and so it's very it's a very attractive thing about you. I feel like if you go into like a scenario, this is how it's coming through. Like everybody's so square. Everyone's so predictable. Everyone's maybe a little bit boring, and you come into scenarios and you really shake things up. If it's maybe it's just your energy is a different kind of energy. It might be that you are kind of the life of the party, you like cracking jokes, or you can just make people laugh easily. But it's a highly attractive energy that I'm picking up on. There's something really unique about your vibe. And I feel like you bring this unique vibe to like any social scenario, and it doesn't even matter like how many people are there. I feel like even one-on-one, you have this uniqueness to your vibe, and you can really connect with people. What I'm picking up on is when you're not around, your absence is felt. The absence of that energy is felt. So I feel like you just have the ability to shake things up and to kind of break out of boring and rigid structures, because you aren't a person who limits yourself. You kind of see the infinite potential in every situation, which is, I think how you approach your view to life. Like, limitations arise and you're like, how can I get around this? Like, what can I do in spite of this? Yeah, so it feels like a hopeful kind of energy that people want to be around. You make people feel hopeful. You make people actually feel very creative. Like you spark creativity in others. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling like you're that person that, like, let's say you have like a group of friends and everybody gets together and you weren't able to make it. It's like they know you don't go unnoticed. They're like, where's so and so? Like, oh, it would be so much more fun if they were here. And I feel like you might not even know that about yourself. Some of you might not realize that people actually, they miss your presence. I'm also seeing like in jobs that you may have left or something like that, like people miss you being there. There is really reinvention keeps coming up. There's this feeling of this sense of reinvention that I feel like this goes beyond how you may have reinvented yourself over the years. It's also like you're a breath of fresh air. Like you reinvent, you kind of restructure, redirect the energy a lot of the time. So you can shift more negative energies into positive energies, and it's very, very attractive. This might even extend to your physical appearance to some of you. Like you might be someone who likes to change your appearance quite a bit, or you could be somebody who likes to dress like to suit your mood or your current energy. These are things that you might do very naturally, but it just speaks to your ability to kind of like sense the subtle energies. And this makes you a person that people are happy and excited to be around, who, you know, that they feel comfortable around, because it really creates a fun environment everywhere that you go. But yeah, I am getting that feeling like dressing to suit your mood. Like, I don't know, there's something there's something about your energy where it's like people can kind of pick up on like what exactly is going on with you. Like if you're feeling particularly vibrant one day, like you will dress in a way where everyone will realize that that's the vibe for the day, and you kind of set the tone. It's highly attractive to be a person that really sets the tone like this. I feel like there is something very colorful about your appearance that people are attracted to. You might dress in a lot of color, but it might be your personality is very colorful. I'm just getting that vibe from you. Some of you, I'm picking up on its tattoos. Like you might have very colorful tattoos or very detailed tattoos. That's something about your physical appearance that people are very drawn to, very attracted to. It really catches people's attention. It might be a conversation starter a lot of the time. And what's interesting is I feel like if there is something like this about you that makes people want to start a conversation with you, what makes them want to continue is like how deep you are, like how easily the conversation flows, how much information you have to offer, how interesting you are. So yeah, I feel like there's something that draws you in physically, or draws people to you physically, which really could be tattoos or your clothing or something like that. Or for those people that can sense energies, your energy is very colorful. It's very alive. You might be somebody that uses a lot of color, like in your hair. You might dye your hair a lot of colors, very interesting colors, bright colors, or like stripes of different colors, like, or you might be very very bold with your makeup. Oh yeah, I was picking up on something about lipstick a little while ago, and now I'm feeling like this might have something to do with it for some of you. Like that your mouth is something that's really attractive to people, your lips in particular, the shape of your lips, the fullness. They might be like very plump, and it also could have something to do with a particular lip color that you wear for some of you. Like you like a very bold lip or something. There's something about your mouth that really attracts people. What's funny about that is this is sort of extending to, I feel like this isn't just the physical appearance of your mouth. I feel like for a lot of you, and like that's kind of the energy I was getting, this really extends to, this might sound a little odd, but this extends to what comes out of your mouth. So we were talking about that depth and like your ability to hold a conversation. You know what it is? It's like you're not really like a small talk kind of person. I feel like you'll do that to be polite, but you like to actually have real conversations and like connect with people, and this is highly attractive. So there's something that draws people in, and once they start talking to you, they don't want to stop. But there is something that's coming through about the lips. So something very beautiful about your mouth or your lips. It could be your smile, that you have a very beautiful smile. Very nice teeth for some of you. A smile that absolutely lights up the room. But I think that also just what comes out of your mouth is very thought-provoking. The things that you say are very thought-provoking. And for some of you, this is bringing to mind colorful. We're talking about this idea of colorful, like you being colorful in some way. This is bringing to mind that I think you might use a lot of colorful language, which means a couple of different things to me. It could be that your vocabulary is very robust and it's very interesting to listen to you talk. I also feel like you might be a person who like swears a lot, or who has like a very spunky way of stringing together where you might be like the master of like stringing together an insult or cracking a joke or something like that. But I feel like the things that you say are very attractive. Like sometimes people hear you, they overhear you. Oh, your voice. It's your voice. For some of you, it's your voice. I was just kind of like, yeah, I think you've attracted people just by the sound of your voice. I also think that sometimes people hear you say something very unexpected, very colorful, maybe using a lot of swear words or something that makes people kind of like do a bit of a double take, think twice, like, whoa, did they really just say that? And I get the feeling that it's very funny. Like maybe you have a way of being really inappropriate or something at times, and it attracts people a lot. You'll just say it. It feels like you say the unexpected. That's probably more of that unpredictable energy that I was picking up on earlier. People don't always know what's going to come out of your mouth, and I think it's a lot of fun for those who get you. Like when they understand your sense of humor, or they understand that like you just like to curse like a sailor, like they think it's so funny. Yeah, so you're a combination of a very attractive face. I'm picking up on a lot of your attractiveness is in the face. So you're a combination of a very attractive face and a very sharp, quick tongue. It's like you always have a reply, or you always have a joke or a witty, sarcastic remark. You always have something to offer that's different than what people expect. So let's look at the tarot. I am specifically using this Muse tarot deck because I think we can get more indications about physical appearance with this deck. So we might pick up on some more clues about what about your physical appearance is really attractive. What really draws people in. Let's see, what makes number 2 so attractive? Whoa. That card came out fast. So we have the 2 of Inspiration. That's the 2 of Wands. So that's fiery energy. Like we were talking about, there's something fiery about you. There's something spunky about you, something unexpected. Another card just your cards are coming out really, really fast. We were talking about you being quick-witted and always like having that reply ready. So I wonder if that's that energy, because your cards are just kind of flying out. So we have the Ace of Inspiration and the 5 of Inspiration. So all of this is Wands energy. Whoa. I feel like you're the type of person that you're the type of person that, like, even if you're in a large group of people, there's something that's standing out about you even in a large group. Like you could be at a party and it's like you're noticed. Out of all the people there, you're noticed, and probably by more than one person. Queen of Inspiration. This card came out in reading 1. This is all fire energy. The Queen of Inspiration is the life of the party. She is a feisty, confident, self-assured person. Let's pull one more card. What makes number 2 so attractive? We have the 8 of Emotions. So 8 of Cups. Kind of a little bit of water to cool all this fire down, maybe. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Inspiration, so 10 of Wands energy. We were kind of talking about, ooh, and the Devil. We'll get to this. We were talking about potentially there being some kind of struggle that you faced. Just the fact that there's this determined nature about you, that there's something so strong about your personality, something so striking about you. It could be physically, it could be having to do with your story or some combination. But this Ten of Wands energy is reiterating that to me. This is about you overcoming, and underneath that, so this is something super attractive about you, everything you've overcome. This can be everything you've learned, all the ways you've grown. I feel like you're the type of person on like a first date, when you're just getting to know somebody, or if you're like messaging back and forth with somebody, you have such an interesting story to tell. You might even like, there might be something particularly interesting or different about your life. Like maybe you do something really interesting for work, really different, something like that. It's like you're very intriguing. And then we have this Devil energy right underneath that. Very intriguing, this is the card of attraction. So for this to be at the bottom of the deck, and it's really telling me that your struggles, your hardships, some of the burdens that you have carried, endured, faced, this is what really attracts people to you. Page of Materials, Page of Pentacles underneath that. But yeah, that's confirmation on that. And you are someone who is highly attractive. If I combine that Devil energy with this Queen of Inspiration energy, it's like whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like there's something very shocking and surprising about you. Like even just your physical appearance, there's something shocking and surprising, which is what's making me think that your features might be particularly striking. You might be someone who kind of stands out. Maybe you're like, maybe you're of a different ethnicity than most of the people around you, or you're from somewhere else, or something like that. But there's something that immediately jumps out at people that just makes you a little bit different. So from this, I'm seeing like you are certainly a visionary. There's no doubt about that. You have a vision for your life, and I feel like you've been put through, and you've been through a lot of different versions of yourself, is kind of like how this is coming through. It feels like you are in the process of a lot of personal and physical, not physical, why did I say that? I meant to say spiritual, but I wanted to say a personal and physical change is what almost came out. So that could be something about like a change in your body. Like maybe you've like been really paying attention to your health, doing something like growing your hair out, or getting in shape, something like that. Working out a lot, something, I'm seeing something like that. Like it's weird how that came out. So yeah, there might be some way that you're transforming your appearance, or that you have transformed your appearance, and this is something now that's like highly attractive about you. I think it's something that gave you a lot of confidence. Switching something up about yourself. I feel like for a lot of you it has to do with hair, either like growing your hair out or cutting your hair really short, doing something interesting with your hair, and then also changes to your physical appearance in some way in your body. But I feel like you've been through a lot of different versions of yourself. Like you have played a lot of different roles, you have evolved, you've grown, you've changed, and you have this incredible story to tell, and it's so intriguing. This Five of Inspiration is really showing me that evolution, or showing me all of these different hats that you're capable of wearing, all of this different knowledge that you have. I feel like some of you may have been in a lot of different careers. You might have a lot of different experience, or traveled a lot or something. So you have a lot of stories to tell. You have a lot of information to share. You have a new perspective, an interesting perspective to share with those around you. Really interesting how that's coming through, because I don't know if I've ever read like Five of Wands energy like that. A lot of times, see, what I feel from that Five of Wands is like, because sometimes the Five of Wands can talk about like internal conflicts, and I feel like this is something that's attractive about you, that you don't have the internal conflicts or the hangups that most people do. I feel like this is because of your experience. Like you've kind of released the need to be conflicted about who you are, or about where you came from. Like you're starting to really step into your own. You're starting to to own who you are and what your experience has been and what you have to offer, and it's so highly attractive. So yeah, I'm glad I picked this deck, because I feel like that this message here and just showing your growth and your evolution is super important and a major reason that people find you so attractive. I'm noticing a lot of dark hair here. You might be someone that has dark hair, or that has dyed your hair dark. That's kind of the second thing that's come through around hair. So I feel like there's something interesting and attractive about you regarding your hair. Long hair, short hair, vibrantly colored hair, super deep dark hair, something very striking regarding your hair. Of course, we've got super strong fire energy coming through. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, like a lot. A lot of fire energy. It doesn't really surprise me given that powerful and determined energy that I was picking up on just from these first cards, especially that storm card. So that's just confirmation. Like, you're a force. You're definitely a force. This also tells me that you're extremely passionate about everything that you do, and that's highly attractive. And I feel like now that I'm seeing this, it's almost like, it almost feels like putting my finger on exactly what makes you attractive it isn't possible, because I think you attract a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. That might be why the energy feels like that to me. I feel like people who are attracted to you can't always pinpoint exactly what it is about you. They just sort of feel magnetically drawn to you. It's because it's almost like you get them from so many different angles. It's like, well, there might be something about your face or your hair or some interesting tattoo that you have that initially draws them in, and they might think that's why they're attracted to you. Then they start talking to you and they're like, oh wow, I like this person's voice. I like what they have to say. I like so many things. So they might not even initially realize, like, what is it? Because it's so many different things. There's so many facets of your personality that really draws people in. If you are familiar with the Queen of Wands energy, then you'll know that the Queen of Wands is very vibrant, very alive. The Queen of Wands is never that far from the spotlight. I feel like the Queen of Wands can't get out of the spotlight even if she tried. So you're someone who will attract people wherever you go. You will draw attention wherever you go. People like your upbeat and optimistic energy. It just comes through how courageous and determined you are. Like, somehow you're able to convey this, I feel like, without saying much. People just know and view you as someone who can make lemonade out of lemons. And not only can you do it, but it'll be the best darn lemonade they ever tasted. That's kind of like, that's the vibe I get. You can find the bright side of any situation, and you're also really good at easing tensions and diffusing conflict. So you might find yourself playing the role of the peacemaker a lot, like maybe even at work or like with your friends or something. Your creativity is something that really draws people in. And I think that you attract both people who are interested in you romantically and people who are drawn to you purely because you really inspire them. So I think for some of you, you might have like younger siblings or nieces and nephews or something like that. Younger people that really look up to you. I think children in general are probably really drawn to you because you're like that role model kind of person. You're like that, like the cool auntie or the cool uncle that like everybody wants to be when they grow up, you know? There's something really significant here too coming through about your neck. I'm noticing a lot of nice necks in the imagery here. So there's something about your neck. For some of you, the interesting tattoo might be on your neck. You might have a very long and slender neck, or I feel like if you're a more masculine energy, your neck might be like extremely built. You might lift weights or something and like Your neck is very thick and muscular, and this is something that's very attractive, but I am picking up on like this slender, elegant neck for a lot of you. I'm also hearing birthmark, so you might have a unique birthmark or something, and maybe around the face or the neck, because a lot of the imagery and the messages that come through for you are around this area, the face, the neck, also the head, like your intellectual ability. So it's like a lot of what is attractive about you, both physically and energetically, is kind of in this upper area of your body, which is really interesting. For some of you, this is a particular person who has a crush on you that's like jumping into the middle of your reading. Which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is this rude? No. This is, I feel like, wow, like that's not what this reading is about, but your crush is coming through. Your crush is coming through talking about your neck. They're talking about fantasizing kissing you on the neck. So this is a particular person that has a particular affinity. Yeah, something about your neck. And maybe this is something they've already done. It's super weird, you guys. What is this? They're referencing a necklace. Crazy. I don't know what this is. Leave me a comment if you know who this person is and what they're talking about. Something with your neck, kissing your neck, or a necklace that they gave you, or you gave them, or something. I will just say that there is something in general, there's something that feels very otherworldly about you, and that is what makes you so attractive. So I think I will leave your reading there. Wow, so many messages came through. This is definitely, there's an intellectual component here with you. I feel like there's something so striking about your physical appearance right off the bat, and then there's a lot more to discover, and that's what is super attractive about you. It's like I do feel like for a lot of you, there's someone in particular that's coming through and saying you are absolutely gorgeous, and you're such an inspiration at the same time. So more than a pretty face, more than an attractive face. So yes, I am going to leave your reading there, number 2. Thank you so much for joining me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this video, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And I will hopefully see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number 3. If you were drawn to this Angel Aura Quartz heart, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out what makes you so attractive. So let's flip over your cards and see what we have. Oh, we have the Queen. Okay, that's wow, that's pretty intense energy to start out with. This card always gives me Empress vibes, like a lot. So let's see what else we have. We have the High Priestess. Wow. And we have the Horse. Okay, this is absolutely gorgeous. First of all, let me just say that. Yes, I have Empress vibes off of this. Like, we don't have the Empress here, but especially with the Queen and the High Priestess, it's like, whoa. And Empress energy is super strong because it's like all the queens rolled up into one mega queen. So I feel almost like the strength of this card from this particular deck is like more like Empress energy than Queen energy. This is like the best attributes of all the queens in tarot combined into one, is the feeling that I'm getting. It's like, it's just a much heavier energy. It's a much more well-rounded energy than any one queen. So I feel like you have a lot to offer. You probably have a lot of interests. You probably have a lot of talents, a lot of natural giftings. I feel like you're a person who is creative, who is passionate, who is kind and caring. Someone who is probably very physically attractive, extremely physically attractive, because I think you draw a lot of people in. And I think that you're also a very, very good communicator. Like that your communication is something that's very attractive. So yeah, this is like mega queen energy. I just have that feeling in this reading that this has more, like it has more intensity to it. This energy is referring to something that is powerful yet nurturing. So I feel like that is kind of like your vibe. Wow, I get that from really all of these cards. I am really, really drawn to this horse right now, like really caught looking at the horse's eyes right now. Wow, okay. This is the energy of a person who knows their inherent worth. And because of that, because of the fact that you can see your inherent worth, I think that it allows you to see the worth in others. There's a very, very compassionate energy pouring off of your reading, number 3. And I feel like this is what people know about you. They know that they will be valued around you. They know they will be respected around you. They know that you will see them for who they really are. I feel like you're the type of person that highlights what is great about those around you, like someone who notices like what makes a person very unique. Notices what their best features are or what they're very talented at, and you nurture that in people. You highlight it and you nurture it. I feel like you can see things that other people can't see. You see beyond the surface level when it comes to the people that you interact with. I also am feeling like when you combine this high priestess energy with the energy of the queen and also of the horse, but really just these two, I feel like you're left with something that is extremely, extremely powerful. And I think that people view you as someone who's capable of containing that kind of power. I hope that makes sense to you, because I feel like for some of you, this might be something you've even struggled with, like a feeling of almost like knowing more than you should, or knowing more than a lot of people around you do, being able to, I think it's this intuitive nature of yours, this high priestess energy. You're so intuitive. You're also someone who I think kind of straddles both worlds, both the spiritual and the invisible, the unseen world, and this physical world that we live in. I think you're someone whose energy really straddles those two worlds. And although at times this sort of thing can feel like a burden, I think that what's important to say here is that you are a container sufficient enough to hold that kind of energy, to hold that kind of knowledge, to hold that kind of potential, even to hold that level of love. So if this is something that's felt overwhelming, the blessing in it is that I think you're growing to be able to understand that this is actually the highest compliment from the divine, that you were chosen to be this sort of container, to understand everything that you do, to be able to connect with people, to be able to see the value in others, see the specific value in those around you. So all of this is coming through because this is something that's very attractive about you. It's something that people are drawn towards because you can really see them. You really connect with them. I feel like you're not a person who gets caught up on material things or even on physical appearance. I think you're more into deep connection. Like when this comes to friends, when it comes to significant others, it's like you're really more concerned with the fact that this person is a good and loving soul. That's what draws you to people. So it really makes people feel connected to you, and also the fact that you really see them, like you see them for who they are. I feel like you're the type of person that will encourage people to follow their dreams, encourage people to devote more time and energy towards things that they're very gifted at. Yes. Yes. Um, highly, highly intuitive. I just have to say that because it's like your intuition is above and beyond. Um, I feel like you really have a way of picking up on what other people need. A lot of times it's what they need to hear. Like you'll know the exact right thing to say to someone to ease them, to calm them, to encourage them. You just have that intuitive knowing, and it makes people feel very drawn to you. Sometimes I feel like sometimes you are actually mirroring other people's energy. Like you're very good at doing that. You're very good at being that mirror. You're very good at matching frequencies, matching their energy. Um, that that is actually, that's a really beautiful thing that I think is, it's very inviting towards people. Like it's a very inviting energy because um, you're able to match people right where they are, is how I'll put it. Yeah, you have the ability to meet people exactly where they are. It makes you really easy to talk to, easy to connect with. You can relate to people a lot easier. Yeah, you have a unique way of relating to whoever you're interacting with. There's a really gentle and nurturing energy that is coming off of this reading. It feels like it spills out from you and kind of it touches everybody around you. Um, and puts people at ease. And I do have, because I am so drawn to this horse, the horse's eyes, and also on the High Priestess card, her eyes being closed like this in a very gentle way. So I feel like there's something very gentle about your eyes. There's a softness around your eyes. There's a kindness and compassion that you convey through your eyes. It makes me think of somebody that I feel like you might have really long lashes or something. There's something that really um, softens your eyes, or it's the energy that you use to look at people. It just feels very soft, very nurturing. Um, yeah, I think there's a lot of emotion in your eyes. The way you look at people makes you makes them feel like they're capable of seeing right through. I'm sorry. I'm trying to kind of decipher that. It makes them feel like you are capable of seeing right through to their soul. I feel like that feeling that they get is probably true. Like they feel like whoa, you really see me. You really see who I am. And I feel like with this energy that I'm picking up on here, this highly intuitive nature, it's like they might be right. If someone says that to you, or if they're feeling that way, they might be right because you're so intuitive that you really are picking up on a lot from them. Just with that look, or just with the intensity of how you look at them, you're really connecting on that deep level without even realizing it. I think you're intuitively picking up on people's feelings, on deeper aspects of their personality without them saying it. So there was a kind of a similar message that came through in reading one. Energy felt completely different to me. So this could have something to do with your eyes, or your eye color being something that attracts people, as it was in reading one. It totally could be that. I get a different energy. I get that it's not so much the appearance of your eyes, although I do get long or thick lashes, but there's something so gentle about your eyes. Um, and like I was saying, people feel seen when they're around you. And with this High Priestess with her eyes being closed, it's like you see. Okay, this is what's coming to mind for me. You know how you'll hear people say that intimacy really means in to me see, like that it's really the ability to share with somebody and to let them view like deeply into your soul, let them see into you. This is what it feels like. It feels like this might not be about your physical eyes, but more about that intuitive, kind, caring, and gentle energy, because the high priestess has her eyes closed, but it's like, I feel like she sees more than someone with their eyes open. And I feel like that might describe you very well. You don't even have to see a person to really connect with them, or physical appearance isn't very important to you. You're not hung up on how someone is physically presenting. That's not the most important thing. It's more connecting with them on a soul level. It's highly attractive. I think that what is interesting about you, the energy I'm feeling, is that people are very physically attracted to you, and to learn that you are not so concerned with physical appearance, although you are highly attractive, is actually like very intriguing. It's very interesting, because I think a lot of times people, when they see an attractive person, they automatically think that person might be vain. That person might be hung up on physical appearance, because they can be, like, they're attractive enough that they can kind of choose to be around people who are highly attractive or something like that. But it's like, it's just not your concern. So there's a realness about you. There's something so real, something so down to earth, and something so majestic at the same time with this queen energy. So it's I mean, it's actually kind of crazy. I think a lot of times people are like, how could someone that's so beautiful not know it? Is kind of the feeling I have. Like, you don't come across as someone who knows how physically attractive you are. Yeah. Yes. And there's something so like natural about you. I'm going to dig into this a little bit more and try to put my finger on exactly what that is. I feel like there's just something so non-judgmental about you that people really like. You have an open mind, and you value the things that make each person individually unique. So people really feel like you're looking upon them with that kindness, with those kind eyes. And it might even be more in a figurative way. When you look at them, they don't feel judged. They feel seen, they feel acknowledged. There's also something very eye-catching about your appearance. That's what I feel the energy that other people feel when they look at you. I almost want to say that sometimes people are astonished. Like, there's something so surprising about you, like how naturally attractive you are or something. They're almost astonished by it. And then on top of that, to be so kind, it's a combination they don't run across very often. Yes, I'm definitely picking up on that. You're a very natural beauty. So you might have really soft and delicate features. This is what attracts people to you, something that people notice about you immediately. But I also feel like it might be the way that you present yourself. Like, there's something that's very modest about you. There's something that's very humble about you. It might be that you are truly unaware of how people see you. Like, you really might not realize how physically attractive you are, or how highly regarded you are. But I feel like this is something that people actually find endearing about you, and even more attractive, because it's like you're totally oblivious to the fact that people are drawn to you. Completely oblivious, not vain at all. Yeah, I'm getting wild hair, wild untamed hair. I feel like this is more along the lines of this idea of natural beauty. So it might not be your hair, but I feel like you're someone who likes to accentuate your natural beauty, who likes to maybe even just kind of be. I feel like you're not someone who overdoes it. It might be because you're just not even concerned with physical appearance that much, but it's like you're just very naturally beautiful. So even when you haven't tried, even when you feel like, oh, my hair is wild and I didn't put on any makeup or whatever it might be for you, even when you feel like that, you are extremely attractive, especially in that state. I feel like for a lot of you, if there's a particular person in your life, or if there has been, like, I think that someone has told you, because I'm hearing this right now, someone has told you like you're the most beautiful when you first wake up, or they like you the most when, like, they like the way you look the most when you're like just lounging around in like a big t-shirt and like you're not even trying, and that's when this person will tell you how beautiful you are. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from that. But I do also, I'm picking up on braids, so some of you might like to rock braids, and that's something that's attractive, that's showing up as significant. But also kind of wild hair. I'm hearing hair that suits you. So that may be about the way that you choose to wear your hair in a style that really suits you, even if it's unconventional or unexpected or whatever. Your hair really suits you. Even if it's unique. And then I'm seeing like natural waves or something like that. I'm hearing that when you wear your hair naturally, that's when you're the most beautiful. That's when like people are very attracted to your hair being natural. So whatever that means to you, your hair in its natural state. I just get the feeling that there is something very effortless about your beauty or about your physical appearance. It's like you make it look easy to be very nicely put together. You make it look like it didn't take any time or effort at all. You might have a more casual style, but everything you do seems to come really easily in terms of physical appearance. It appears that you don't have to try very hard to be stunning. I'm definitely picking up on repeated imagery here, and on this horse card with like the moon, and this being the same image that's on the high priestess, and this is really highlighting that third eye, that intuition. You're coming across as a free spirit, as someone who may be well traveled, or someone who has a lot of different interests, a lot of hobbies, a lot of talent. There's kind of a little bit of a mysterious nature about you as well. Your third eye is highly developed, and people find you to be extremely intriguing because of this. It's like, because you see things the way that most people don't. You know things that most people don't know. I also have to point out that this horse card makes me think of someone who moves very gracefully, someone who's very physically fit, maybe even someone who's a runner, or likes to do something that requires a lot of stamina. For some of you, that is really being highlighted. But I do think in general that, I feel like this is going to come across as weird, but people are drawn to the way that you walk. So you might have like a very sexy or seductive walk. There's something, you move very sensually. So there's something about the way that you move being sensual. This might have to do with your body in general. Like people might be attracted to a particular feature on your body, or the way your body is built. I'm hearing legs for some of you, very nice legs for some of you. And yeah, I'm kind of picking up that for a lot of you, you are into fitness. And this might also have to do with, we were talking about like your natural beauty. So this might be, you're not into fitness, but your body is very fit, even if you don't put a lot of effort into it, or it's very curvy, even if you're not like trying to necessarily like gain curves in a particular area. There's something very sensual about the shape of your body and the way that you move it. Oh, interesting. There was a particular person coming through in number 2's reading, and I wonder if, like, I'm not really getting that, but because that was so specific, like the way you move, the way you walk type of thing, hips, legs are coming through. I wonder if that's like a particular crush that someone might have a crush on you coming through and like saying specifically what they are attracted to about you. So that is interesting. Let's get some tarot. I'm using the Muse Tarot deck because I feel like we can get some hints, more hints about physical features that are attractive about you with this deck. So let's see. What makes number 3 so attractive? Okay. So we have the Knight of Voices coming out. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. Excuse me while I go under the table. We have 2 cards down on the floor, so let me grab them. We have the 5 of Emotions and the Temperance card. And let's get a couple more. Oh, the Empress. Yeah. We were talking about that. I was really getting a lot of Empress energy from the Queen right from the beginning, so that doesn't surprise me at all that the Empress showed up here. This Knight of Voices. The Knight of Voices is the Knight of Swords. It can represent someone who is confident in their power and who really makes difficult decisions or difficult circumstances look easy to navigate, because the Knight of Swords kind of just like effortlessly just moves through, you know, like moves through very swiftly. Let me look at your bottom of the deck. So bottom of the deck energy, we have the Muse of Voices, so more swords energy, and the 9 of Materials. Yeah, you seem to have it all. There's something really independent about your energy, very free-spirited, and it's very attractive. Yeah. I can't get over how this Empress card came out, but also I'm looking at like more of this horse energy. So yeah, there's something graceful about the way that you move, and this can be physically the way you move. It can also talk about the way that you navigate the world, the way you navigate difficult circumstances, or circumstances that most people would find to be difficult. You move through them very easily. Yeah, we were talking so much about that effortless beauty thing, and I think that this is there's something like people find it very attractive how effortless it all looks. I know that it might not always feel that way to you, but that's the way that you're coming across to other people. And I think this feeling kind of extends to everything that you do. So you're exuding some sort of grace and poise, and on top of that, I think that you do have a quick wit with all this swords energy that's coming through here, and the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Voices here. Somebody very, very intellectual, and someone who can communicate very well, someone who can share ideas very easily. I think a lot of the idea sharing that you do might come from your intuition. It might be even nonverbal communication that you excel at, that is highly attractive. I think people find you witty and they find you very charming. But again, it's like you're not trying to be funny or clever or charming in any way. It feels like you aren't purposely trying to charm people, but it just comes naturally to you. So number 3 for you, I feel like you are very unaware of how appealing you are, or like maybe even when someone is flirting with you, or when someone is finding you attractive. It's like, I think a lot of times it goes right over your head. You're just being yourself. You're having a conversation, you're connecting with people, you're laughing, and people are looking at you like, wow, this person is absolutely magnetic and dynamic, and it just goes right over your head. You don't realize it. You're so real. It's like you're so real and so in the moment that you're not even realizing that that people are fawning over you is how I feel. I think there's something too about like an inner strength that you exude. I feel like this Nine of Materials, this Nine of Pentacles energy, it has that very independent nature. It's like you come across as somebody who can do it all, someone who might have it all or have it all put together, but someone who's capable of doing it all on their own, and who makes it look so easy to do it all. I'm looking here at this Five of Emotions, so there's definitely a depth to your personality, maybe to your past, and this is probably why you're able to relate to people the way that you are. Kind of no matter where in life you meet them, like at what stage in life you're able to connect to them. And I feel like the more people learn about you, you know what I want to say? I want to say like the cuter you get. I do think that for a lot of you, there's something very cute about you. There's something kind of adorable about you. This is not to say that there isn't like a sensual side too, because that's definitely the case. But this might be kind of that energy I'm picking up on, where it's like you're oblivious. You're very sensual, and people are very attracted to you. In that way, in that more physical way, but at the same time, you're adorable. There's something like so endearing about your personality, about the way that you communicate, and so there's definitely this like you're extremely sexy and really adorable at the same time, and really down to earth and mystical at the same time. So you're kind of like you're kind of this crazy juxtaposition of opposites kind of melded together in one. Another thing I'm seeing here, so this is going to resonate for some of you, I'm seeing a lot of head coverings in this reading. We were talking about hair and wild hair, but for some of you, it might not be that you have wild hair. It might be that you keep your hair covered. I'm just seeing a lot of head coverings here. And this is something I think that some people do find attractive about you, like that you have this particular style or that you hold these particular values. Like it's something that people admire. And I think also something that people notice about you. This might be something that makes you stand out from the crowd because your vibe's a little different. Like you might wear a particular head covering or a hat, or I also see like fun colors in the hair, you know, and like a short haircut here. So there might be something around that is important too. So yeah, I got the wild hair and the braids, but there's a lot of imagery around the head, which I feel like was true in another reading too. But again, a little bit of a different energy. I feel like it might have been reading two. Yeah, you might experiment with your appearance a little bit, but I get more of a feeling of like it's effortless. It's something you don't think that much about, and you don't realize how much it draws people's attention and how attractive it is. And another thing people are really attracted to about you is your balance. I think that you balance your masculine and your feminine energies very well, and you're a person who can be very direct, like with this Knight of Voices energy, but there's also like this very nurturing energy coming from you. There's a very receptive energy. So I think you're someone who values like open communication that's coming from both sides. You don't want to dictate anything. You're not trying to be a dictator. You're willing to listen. You're willing to talk. There's balance there, and it's highly attractive. I think Temperance too is also highlighting your patience again. So this tells me again that your energy is very, very balanced. There's a quickness to it. There's a fast moving energy that I'm picking up on from the Knight of Voices, but then also this very calm, balanced, and patient energy from the Temperance. So absolutely, you know when to use which type of energy. You know how to get things done. You know when to kind of be more gentle, when to slow down, and that's that intuition. I think it's the intuition that guides you to know what the right move is. It's very thoughtful and deliberate energy, and I feel like there is something so so evolved about you. I am astonished that, well, can we ever really be surprised? I don't know, but the Empress card ended up showing up after we talked about this, and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe this card came out. But then again, the tarot never ceases to amaze me. So of course, this card showed up. This is the card of someone who's highly abundant, who's highly valued. And I feel like this is, especially because this energy that I was picking up on before of like, I think a lot of this just goes right over your head. Like you don't realize how valued you are and how you are seen in the world. I feel like that's why this Empress showed up, even though we didn't need it because we were already talking about the Empress. But it's like, you are highly valued in every situation that you enter into. I feel like you're someone who is highly valued, like in your family, in your it could be your workplace, in your group of friends. Like you are highly valued for this intuitive and gentle nature, and you don't realize it. So this is kind of just showing me that it's showing. It's, I think the way that you nurture people is what is really valued about you. This Four of Voices, this really calm energy, this regenerative energy. This is something you provide for others. It's the way you create a safe place for people. It's the way that you show people a lot of kindness and caring and empathy. You feel like home. You feel like that place of rest and rejuvenation for those around you. You're a peaceful individual. That's what I will say. You are a very peaceful person, and that energy is apparent and it radiates from you. So yes, I think I will leave your reading there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this video, if any of these messages resonated with you, don't forget to like it, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.